Welcome once again to Kiss the Reviews. I hate not being able to do this, but I hate that this is on camera. So,
Oh, come on, Claw. You can do it.
welcome to Kiss the Reviews. I'm Armando. That's Corey. Or maybe that's Armando and I'm Corey. I don't know.
Could be.
This episode, we are covering Face Off.
Yasser.
Off.
I wanted to pull his face off.
So, what a horrible piece of shit. But let's save judgment for later on in the show.
No, we're gonna judge it immediately.
Let's dive right into this thing. Please, Corey, give me the description to this wonderful turd.
Yeah, the description of this movie is 138 minutes of my life you owe me, plus $4 for the Amazon rental. God damn it. This was some shit. Okay, the real IMDb description, brother, this is long. I gotta loosen my jaw up. In order to foil a terrorist plot, an FBI agent undergoes a facial transplant surgery and assumes the identity and physical appearance of a terrorist. But the plan turns from bad to worse when the same terrorist impersonates the FBI agent.
Ooh.
Bum, bum, bum.
Longest run-on sentence.
Horrible use of commas. Please put in a period.
When this movie came out, I loved it.
Yes, 100%.
The only issue, which I find fun, like when I watch these movies that we do, I'm like, was I just a moron when I was younger? But
well, the short answer was yeah, because you were younger. So
so by default, I was.
Yeah, you were considerably dumber than you are now.
But the only problem, I saw this movie in theaters. The only problem I had with the movie when I saw it in the theater, when I walked out, I was like, wow, that was awesome. But they really should have done a better job with the stunt people, because it would have been less obvious if the stunt guys for John Travolta and Nicolas Cage, if the stunt guys were like black.
Totally.
Like the stunt,
it was pretty bad.
And in no movie ever that I remember watching, do they ever show like almost close-ups of the stunt guys doing the actual stunts? But in this one, they were like, fuck it. Nobody will realize.
Nobody's going to care.
They're going to be so caught up in the 85 fight scenes at the end, they're not going to give a shit.
Yep. The Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade boat chase was so necessary.
But yeah, I mean, I don't even know where I want to start. So I'm going to let you begin on this one, because there's so many things just swirling around in my head that I was like, oh my God. Like,
well, I think to start, my description immediately, based off of the paragraph I had to read, would simply be, this is how good cocaine in the 90s was. That's it. Because the movie starts off with Nicolas Cage and being younger, and you know he's younger because he's got a mustache.
Yes.
And he's trying to take out John Travolta's FBI agent character, shoots him, accidentally kills his son in the process. As soon as that happens, they flash forward years ahead, however much time has passed. John Travolta has literally zero regard for the law. And nobody fucking cares to even try to explain it to him.
With all the movies we've done about the FBI or government agencies or the military being inept or breaking the law, going back to the first show with Kiss the Girls, the Sean Archer character is the worst, as far as, like, he's according to everybody in this movie, he's like the straight and narrow, and I'm gonna catch the bad guys. But he has no regard for the law. Like, I'm gonna catch the bad guys, but I will break every goddamn law as I do it.
I don't care if I make them shit their pants in an interrogation room. I don't care if I am just beating the shit out of people. I don't care if I'm going to take a mother's son away from her. Even though I literally have seen how my wife has been since her son was taken away from her. Yes. I'm going to threaten somebody, though, with that exact same response. He is a son of a bitch. And then they get into a shootout where they're actually going to catch Castor Troy the first time. Castor Troy being Nicolas Cage. And he's pushing FBI agents down who have shots on Nicolas. He's not letting anybody else shoot Nicolas Cage. And in the process of this, gets these other FBI agents shot.
Yes.
He goes, move! And slow-mo of him pushing a guy into a bullet who had a clean shot on Nicolas Cage.
Yes.
It is the levels John Travolta's character goes to, which, I mean, you literally had your face removed, so I guess we get it. But it's astounding.
Well, let's get into this, because that whole, like, the amount of standoffs that Nicolas Cage and John Travolta have in this movie, like, this movie should be done within the first 3 minutes when they capture Castor Troy. He should be dead just from the jet engine alone that blows him, into the little gate or whatever.
You mean that with the force that actually lifted him 7 feet off the ground and threw him violently into a metal pole?
Yes.
That only made him a vegetable. Didn't break a single leg, backbone, nothing.
Yes.
Just he's in a coma. That's all that happened.
Yep, absolutely. Okay. So that's how that happens. And then they go to this whole, like, we need to find this bomb. Yes. Apparently. We don't know where it is. And I one question.
One?
Why is the timer that Nicolas Cage sets on the bomb set so far in advance? Do we have an answer for that? Is that ever answered? Because normally it's just like, well, let's just set the bomb. If you're a bad guy and you want to blow something up for, I don't know, the shits and giggles, the sake of blowing stuff up, I don't know, just give yourself enough time to get out of the building.
That's kind of what...
He said it for, like...
all it takes.
7 days in advance. Like...
Oh, no, they've been living together for, like, weeks.
Like, this is going to be cool when this blows up in another fucking... 2 weeks? But then...
Sorry, go ahead.
No, but then the plan, the whole operation, and again, kudos for originality.
Yeah.
But they don't have the same blood type.
Nope, that's the major flaw.
They're not the same height.
Not even remotely close.
And don't they, in doesn't one of the doctors or one of the FBI agents say something to the effect like, it won't even be noticeable? Like, yeah,
it's negligible.
My brother is not going to notice, who's paranoid about everything, is not going to notice that I'm 2 inches shorter or taller than I was before I went into this coma. Like,
what, you don't think if we swapped faces, your brother wouldn't be suspicious that you grew 3 inches and lost 70 pounds? Because that would... I don't get it.
And the other thing is, no scarring in this surgery. None. Like, none. This is like next level shit. Like, this is alien technology. No, we're gonna suck the face off of this guy, put it up. Screw to hell with bone structure. We're not even going to talk about that. They're cutting his hair during the surgery.
Dude, okay, like, stop.
Let's talk procedure.
Question, doctor.
Yes, you in the front.
In what PDR did you read that it was totally cool to literally cut the skin off a man's face, remove it, stick a tiny-ass piece of gauze over that, not even tape it down to what's left of his head, just lay gauze over his bare-ass skull face, and then cut his hair? they get a close up of them cutting the hair. And, you pinch the hair and then you cut.
The
glove the person is wearing is covered in hair. That person's face is covered in hair. I don't care how you chop it up, and you can say, "Whoa, you're nitpicking." Motherfucker, no, I'm not.
That's not. You know what? That I will make fun of you for nitpicking. That's not a nitpick.
Dude can go to great clips before his face-off surgery. Okay, I think there's small little aspect could have been dealt with. There's so insane
bone structure issues. There's the height issue, the blood issue, the haircut issue, the scarring issue. There are so many things, and we're not 15 minutes into this piece of shit.
The dick issue. Wouldn't you look at your new dick?
So that was going to be another question. So,
and if you think I'm being juvenile, then I apologize to all the women out there, because all the men out there understand exactly why I'm asking that.
No,
you look at your new dick.
This is why the dick issue affects this movie, because John Travolta becomes, Castor Troy, and he gets sent. He's like the worst of the worst. He should have been on Con Air, but they put him in Gen Pop. Sure, cool. So they put him in Gen Pop with his brother. Nicolas Cage miraculously wakes up with no security, like no guards, he's not like strapped to the bed just in case, nothing. He just gets up, starts smoking a cigarette with bloody face.
Yeah, I took some of your groovy pain pills.
And then becomes Sean Archer. He then goes home to Sean Archer's house.
Yep.
And finds out that Sean Archer hasn't had sex with his wife in forever because he's reading through his journal or whatever.
He's reading Cruel Intentions, Ryan Felipe's diary.
He's reading Ryan Felipe's diary. The complete opposite of Ryan Felipe's diary. Yes. And lights 4,000 candles, cooks this amazing dinner, and has sex with Sean Archer's wife. I don't care if you didn't look at your penis, if you're Castor Troy or Sean Archer. You know who would have noticed a difference in penis? The wife.
But would she? It's been a while.
Has it been that long? Your dick is 3 inches bigger than it was.
Let me tell you something. Nobody forgets Sean Archer's dick.
He got that dick.
Bet on that.
He got that dick. He puts it down. He brings the thunder when he comes. But yeah, like that to me was the most noticeable thing. If you want us to talk about penis, yeah, I'm pretty sure the wife would know. And it's like, what? I took big dick pills. Sure, I guess. Yeah. I ordered it from the back of a nudie magazine. That and my X-ray glasses. So this, dude, I can't with this. John Travolta goes into, and not only is it so out there, and again, kudos for originality, the surgery and whatnot. The prison that they go to,
the magnetic boot prison,
is it on the moon? Because there's no prison like this on the planet.
No.
They give them 75, 80-pound walking boots because everything's a magnet. But the magnet doesn't affect, I don't know, guns, computers. Yeah. Like, people
literally no other metal is affected.
People say don't put your credit card near a magnet because it'll fuck up your credit card. But apparently everything in this prison is magnet proof.
Yep.
Except for the prisoners in their boots. I don't know where to go from there. You could take the reins. I'm done talking about this movie because it's so goddamn ridiculous.
Yeah, this will take me about a quick 3 seconds here. Let me see. let me pull this chain back and see what comes out. So Nicolas Cage's character, who is now John Travolta after the face-off surgery.
Yes.
Castor Troy is now Sean Archer.
I'm confused already.
Exactly. So we'll just call him Bad Travolta. So Bad Travolta decides he's going to be He's going to be a good husband. He's going to be a good husband. He's going to be a good father after the initial moose knuckling of his own daughter.
after the cruel
the
intentions,
push of it all.
After the cruel intentionsing of his daughter,
which she didn't seem too creeped out with. She seemed more happy that Dad was a smoker now than she did that he just like literally pushed his pubis into hers to get said cigarette. But she's like, oh wait, Papa said got a brand new bag. Cool, because I'm a kid in 1997 and I'm a big James Brown fan. So he's doing everything right. He's saving the day as the FBI hero. He's moving up the ladder. He's Times Man of the Year for some reason because he stopped his own bomb from blowing up.
How many FBI agents have ever been Times Man of the Year? That many.
That many. So he's blowing up as Sean Archer.
Yes.
And even his own crew, his own team on the FBI are like, wow, he's so light. Did you have the surgery where you had the stick successfully removed from your ass?
That was Margaret Cho.
Yep.
In that part as Wanda.
Yes.
Who says that to the top-ranking FBI agent, whatever the hell he is?
Who says that to your boss?
Nobody would ever say that.
Especially when your boss is like a notorious hard ass.
Yeah.
Who literally doesn't give a fuck how long you work.
Exactly.
We'll take a break when the case breaks. So, anyway, everybody's noticing that he's slapping Bad Travolta's slapping his assistant in the FBI on the ass and just and throughout this, John Travolta, the actor, is doing nothing to try and convey any Nicolas Cage's version of Castor Troy.
Yes.
He's just being Bad Travolta.
Yes.
Nicolas Cage is doing, and I'm going to be honest with you, a phenomenal job of trying to be John Travolta.
I will
be Sean Archer.
I will agree with that.
He did fantastic.
Yes.
Because he couldn't overact. It had to be more vulnerable, and every time he did overact, it was to be Castor Troy, which kind of looked like a guy acting like a bad guy.
Yeah.
So he did a phenomenal job working it out. But he decides he's got to break out of this prison because he now knows that Bad Travolta is Bad Travolta.
Yes.
His real self is his bad self. Whatever. I'm so lost already.
Whatever.
Pop circles around this. So anyway, he decides he has to escape. They devise this plan where they're going to get their boots taken off because electroshock therapy is just a standard punishment.
Yes.
In the boot prison.
On the oil rig that they're on.
Yes.
That's where this prison is. It's a fucking oil rig.
Impromptu, start a riot, get everybody, their boots are demagnetized, they're all starting. Good Nick Cage, decides he's not killing any cop, anybody he's running with, they're not killing these guards because he himself is an FBI agent. He wouldn't do that. Literally has nobody that's not in his line of sight, has no problem with them just greasing every fucking cop and prison guard that is even remotely close to them. And that goes through the movie later because Nick Cage does escape, jumps off an oil rig, turns into Michael Phelps, swims to shore, swims to shore in LA.
Yes.
Just luckily, he was only taken to an he's like Catalina Island oil rigs prison that exists out there. But he makes it to shore, and he now starts becoming the bad guy. He's kept hooking up with bad Nicolas Cage's crew.
He's getting the band back together.
That's right. He's got fake ass Lex Luthor, Dietrich with his bald head.
Can I butt in for just 1 second? When he does basically break into his buddy's crib, and he's like, "Oh my God, Castor, what's going on? Let's do some drugs."
Yeah, why not?
and they give him this. I don't even know what it like the
His mystery box that he got
no
from the dark web.
not only that, the drugs that they give him. Is it like
Oh,
I'm not a drug connoisseur, so I don't know what kind of drugs they gave him. It was
don't
like
ask me, brother. My daddy watches this show. I ain't saying shit.
powder into a shot in mix, and apparently it makes your nose hurt because they all did this.
Yeah.
But what really pissed me off is he takes the drink and he leans back and he's like, "This is great grass." Who says that?
Yeah.
That
You know who says that?
I don't know
An
why.
FBI agent.
I don't know why that bothered me, but that bothered me.
I had a problem with it too. I thought it was fucking hilarious.
But they go. I'll let you keep going.
Yeah, my point while, and I'll wrap this up here. My point while getting him to his house party with all his boys is SWAT team comes in because they know or they think that Castor Troy is there and they need to catch him because he's an escaped convict.
Yes.
Good Nicolas Cage, once again, nobody's killing cops around him. But the second he turns, is like, he had to move. They're like, bad Cage. What? Pop, 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 pop. 7 cops just died right behind him. He doesn't give a fuck. Does not care.
Well,
But he won't do it himself.
No, it's okay if you do it. I just can't do it.
So then he has this weird like breakdown where he meets, but right before the SWAT team comes in, he meets Castor Troy's real son.
Yes. Michael,
and he loses his mind because he's supposed to be John Travolta. John Travolta's son died. Strangely, Castor Troy and Gina Gershon have the exact same looking kid that John Travolta and Joan Allen produced. Okay, I guess.
Sure.
But we'll move on. We'll move past that.
I'm
he loses
surprised.
His mind and starts hugging this stranger's kid and just shouting his dead son's name, Michael. And
I'm
Gina
surprised.
Shawn rightfully goes, "What the fuck are you doing, bro? Stop."
I'm surprised. This movie is such a piece of crap. I'm surprised they didn't use the same actor that played Sean Archer's son to play Castor Troy's son.
I'm pretty sure they did and just dyed his hair lighter. Gave him like a freckle on his right cheek or some shit.
Let's move into this whole thing.
And the reason I bring that up is to move towards the end, which is a massive plot point with Castor Troy's actual kid.
Yes.
But anyway, go ahead.
No. I was just saying, like, this whole thing, because Somewhere Over the Rainbow gets played, and they put the earmuffs on the kid, and because he's not going to hear fucking like Uzis and M16s getting shot off because
with the acapella Judy Garland Somewhere Over the Rainbow on his headphones is blocking all of that out.
Yeah,
which brings up and he's seeing people get just murked.
Yeah,
everywhere.
It's not like they put like
fake ass uncles and his cops and
they didn't put glasses on him to where like he blackout glasses to where he couldn't see. He's literally seeing people get murdered all over the place, but it's cool because he's listening to Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
And he's walking by himself. They have to put him down because there's a fight. There's a gunfight ensuing, 360 degrees.
Exactly.
In every direction. It's just popping off. So they set the kid down, as you do, and he just starts wandering away. Like he's doing twirls to Somewhere Over the Rainbow like fucking Mary Tyler Moore. Like throwing his hat at the end. It's so absurd. And this also brings up another point that I thought of watching this whole movie between John Travolta's daughter, Joan Allen having to sleep with the guy that killed her son, the little boy they bring home. Literally every person on the peripherals of John Travolta and Nicolas Cage's story have massive psychological damage happen to them. And
absolutely.
it's not like like, oh, I should go see a therapist because this weird thing happened where my dad traded faces with somebody. Like, I need to be institutionalized because somebody wearing my dad's face licked the side of me.
Dude.
Okay?
Dude.
That's what happened.
Everybody's got to see a psychologist after this. Just not the one that Ryan Felipe saw in Cruel Intentions, because she's bad at her job.
Yeah.
But the whole ending scene, because so
John Woo of it all.
I mean, a friend of mine told me when I told him we were going to do this movie, and he said, "This is John Woo at the height of John Woo." Like,
yeah, this is when if you had stocks in Doves, you were a rich motherfucker because Doves were getting sold by everyone.
So many questions, because as flawless as the surgery is to just change people into other people, and listen, I've seen Hollywood and I've seen some plastic surgery. Shit don't look like that, but whatever. But in the flawlessness, no scarring, being able to remove a gunshot scar just willy-nilly, like, oh no, it's just regular skin now, it looks just fine.
Just don't sneeze.
Just, you can't even massage your own throat because it's going to ruin the chip that's in your throat that makes you sound like the other guy, which, I don't know. How did they get the voice to be so perfect in that chip for a criminal that's in a coma? Like, they didn't even have like a sample.
They had GarageBand. That was simple. Duh.
They were using
Audacity.
Audacity.
Surgery. You don't think they had GarageBand back then?
They had Audacity. They were just trying to match up the vocals. But
they're using Tully. What up, Joyner Lucas?
Listen to my voice. Hear my voice. Like, all he's doing is massaging his throat to change his shit. Like, I hate when movies do this, where it's just like, this is a thing just because it's convenient for this scene.
Oh, it's lazy as shit.
It's super lazy writing. But the amount of doves, like the church scene is actually, I think, is great. Two problems I have with it. The amount of doves in the church was ridiculous. And there had to be a lot of shit on the ground. But whatever. And then the fact that bad Nicolas Cage, or good Nicolas Cage, sends a note to bad Travolta.
It's not even a note. It's a picture of his dead son.
Yeah. Picture of his dead son. But an altar boy brings it up.
Like he's a bellhop.
Announcing that he's there.
Yep.
Again, you're the whole like element of surprise. Fuck that. I want a fair fight. No, how about you just show up and put a bullet in this dude and be done with it?
Right.
Like,
that easy. It's really that easy.
It really is. Like, I don't...
Even if you shoot him in the head, they can clearly take the scar out of your head when you put your face back on.
Dude,
you're fine.
If you put a grenade in his mouth and just blew his head off, they'd be able to sew that shit back together, just lickety splits. Like,
yeah.
No issues.
My favorite part of that, real quick, in the church, was the fact that he chose the church. He goes in, good Nicolas Cage goes in, and he prays.
Yes.
Right? Takes his gun out, sets it on the altar, prays. If you're praying at all, like in any way, why are you staging a gunfight in a fucking church? How about move it off grounds? Let's just start there. And nobody's ever accused me of being pious, but I mean, damn, you got to have respect for something, don't you?
Exactly. Especially if you're praying in the church. He lit a
You're
candle.
You're going to send God to counseling after this. That's how fucked up you've made everybody in this movie.
And then flash forward to the end after they literally fight from the church all the way to like downtown LA. Like, it's the fight lasts forever. They're taking boats and trains, and I don't even know.
Planes, trains, and automobiles.
Um,
all of it.
And then the ending comes.
Yep.
All the fighting is done.
Yep.
Obviously, Castor Troy or Bad Travolta doesn't realize that they can remove the scarring, so he cuts his whole face open, and they go to the hospital. Everything's done. Nobody goes to the hospital with Travolta.
Nope. He's just in there by himself. He's like, I got myself into this mess. I'm going to get myself out. Mom's going home to write in her journal. Again, keep her diary up.
She's going to go talk to a psychiatrist about letting a serial killer / criminal that looked like her husband have sex with her. She's got her own issues to deal with. I'm gonna take my face off. And by the way, movies that like say the name in the movie, fine. Oh. But the amount of times they did it in this movie is ridiculous.
It's insane.
But he gets home. Everybody's super happy to see him. His daughter's happy because she's like, oh, I'm not going to get molested now.
Yeah, probably not going to get my face licked. So
the wife's happy. And then, hey, here's our new son that I stole from because there's the adoption paperwork. Look,
Gina Gershon's dead.
Yeah. So
Castor Troy's dead.
Yeah. So he's just like, I have a new kid. Did you tell the Census Bureau? Because like there has to be some sort of paperwork that has to be done.
Census Bureau. He didn't tell his wife and daughter he was bringing a 10-year-old child home.
That looks exactly
like how you come home with a new puppy and be like, yo, if you don't want this dog, that's totally cool. I'll take it back to the shelter and they'll just kill it.
Dude, if our dog died, like if it got hit by a car and our dog died, one of our two dogs, and the next day I brought home a dog the exact same size and like it looked exactly like it, she'd be pissed. My wife would be pissed.
Oh, you think?
If I brought
Joan
home
Allen looked pissed. She's looking at him like, this is not healthy. This is not how regular people move past a tragedy.
Yeah.
You don't get a doppelganger.
And then comes the creepy, weird face touching.
Oh.
So you see it at the beginning, the whole rake of the face, and then
dude, it's
hey, here's your new brother who looks just like your dead brother. And the sister let's give it to the fans so they know. There you go.
This is what it feels like to have somebody touch your fucking face that you don't know.
Oh,
I don't want my wife touching my face.
I was gonna say, not like that. Like you can
not in any. I don't want my face touched ever. Let alone somebody running their sweaty palm down the bridge of my nose and over my lips. Like, are you insane?
That's some psycho like. Hey, do you want to go to the basement and see my train set, little boy?
That's like hi, I'm Jared from Subway. Nice to meet you. That's what that is.
Subway, eat fresh.
So gross.
But that's the issue. That bothered me. It was so creepy. Again, even when I initially saw it, you gonna be okay?
You fucking killed me.
That scene. I mean, at the beginning, I was like, well, that's kind of odd. Well, maybe that's a thing. And then I was like, maybe it's just a John Travolta thing. But I'm like, oh, no. Apparently, the whole family does this.
The whole family's into
and just down the face. If I'm the kid and he was probably, 8? Like, I would have, gone, that bitch just touched my face?
Dude, can you imagine meeting this family for the first time as their neighbors? Hi, my name's Sean Arthur. Nice to meet you.
Just raking everybody's face.
Yeah. Oh, I'm Joan Allen. This is Archie. Nice to meet you. Like, oh my God, dude.
Dude, that's nuts. That's nuts. But yeah.
Do that the next time you meet somebody new, YouTubers. Next time you have the opportunity to meet somebody, when they introduce themselves, introduce yourself very politely, and then run your hand down their face.
Exactly.
See how that works out for you.
Let's do this. So, did you see this in theaters when it came out?
Oh yeah,
This what year was this?
97.
97. The height of Nicolas Cage.
He was rocking.
Yeah, he was
coming off The Rock. He had Con Air and Face Off in the same year, in 97.
He made more money in 1996 and 97 than I think he's made since. Like, he just put out so many movies.
Yeah, he just didn't pay his taxes and got busted.
Exactly. But I saw this in theaters. I loved it when I saw it. I was like,
100%.
What a great concept. And again, kind of dumb.
I didn't know anybody that didn't like it.
Yeah.
Adults, kids, everybody loved this movie.
Young and dumb. And I said, wow, what a great movie. Didn't question anything. Looking back now, kind of a giant turd. And stand up to the test of time? Absolutely not.
OMG, samesies. That's what I thought.
2 hours and 18 minutes of just garbage. Just garbage with a few specks of like things that I liked.
I watched this yesterday afternoon. And I had to pause at 45 minutes in. And I left the house for an hour and 15 minutes.
And called me to complain.
I was so fucking pissed at you. Like, you have no idea how close our friendship was. Like, we were teetering. Because I'm like, you got me into... I'm watching Face Off. I paid $4 for this shit. Are you kidding me?
Absolutely.
I was so mad that I had to watch this. And then I came home, watched it, took me 2 more tries to pick up from 45 minutes to actually end the movie.
And then I realized that IMDb has it at a 7.3 out of 10. I give this, at this point in my life, I give this movie a 2. Maybe.
No, I think 2's fair.
It might have been like a 7.3 or an 8 when it came out, but this pile of trash is a 2 in 2019.
And that's only because of Nicolas Cage. His performance is the only reason it even gets...
Well, because everybody else's performance sucked.
Yeah.
Like in a lot of these movies, we did Cruel Intentions. The acting in it was phenomenal. Everybody did a great job.
They're working with what they got on the page.
Just the movie is just not good. This, all around, acting, outside of Nicolas Cage did a good job. But outside of that, the acting was terrible. The movie was terrible. The writing was terrible. Like, nothing held up.
Even the action scenes were subpar. It's just a lot of people shooting guns, which you can watch that in almost any movie.
Yeah.
Like, let me give you an example. The Expendables is also very bad movies.
Yeah.
As far as a film is concerned, right? But the action scenes are crazy good.
Yeah.
That's why you watch them, because all the fight scenes and the action scenes are intense and fantastic.
Yeah.
This just wasn't even that.
No, it was subpar.
Just like, this is some basic ass action scene with doves flying everywhere to make it look more romantic, I guess.
Yeah. So on a scale of 1 to 10, does it hold up? I give it a. I give it a creepy hand swipe.
Yeah. Yep. That's where I'm at too.
Anything else on it? Or you... I felt that. Anything else, or are you just done with this movie?
I'm done with this movie, and I'm almost done with you. If you didn't break your hand for Cruel Intentions, I would be done with you. But you showed that you're in it to win it.
I am in it to win it. I am in this, and I am dedicated.
Go get him, Lobster Boy.
For Corey, I'm Armando. This is Kiss the Reviews. Like, subscribe, comment. If there's another movie you guys want us to review, let us know.
Don't forget to watch Gas Up the Pacer.
Yeah, you could do that too.
Best sports comedy show on YouTube. Suckers.
It is.
Check it out.
It is the best sports comedy show on the YouTubes. I appreciate that. You're the best.
I got you. Right.
For Corey, I'm Armando. We're out.
Peace
Kiss
out.
the Reviews.